Hello, this is Jeff Gaudiosi, and you're on misplacedstraws.com, where music comes to life. And over the past few years, there have been some amazing voices hitting the rock scene. But perhaps the best of those is the newest. Chez Kane recently released her debut solo record, and it's just a fantastic slab of 80s influenced rock that's just perfect for rolling down the windows and hitting the open road on a sunny day. Please welcome Chez Kane. Welcome.
Hey everybody. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. And we'll get into the record, but before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about you. It's your debut solo record, but you're not entirely new to the business. You sang with your sisters in the band Kane, and you guys had a great 2015 record called Rise. So talk a little bit about how that band led into your solo career.
Okay, so obviously I've literally grown up with music. I've got music running in my family, and Kane is fronted by me and my sisters. So it's a family band. And we've been going for a good, I think it's like 10 to 12 years now. So as that lineup, but we've always sung together. And I've just seen recently that a lot of bands are branching off and doing like solo projects and, you know, just doing something a bit different as well. And I've always been keen to do that kind of thing. So yeah, I just done my debut solo album.
And when you decided to go solo, did you have an idea of what you wanted to do style-wise? Because Kane is more of a modern rock sound. And you know, when you hooked up with Danny Rexon from Crazy Lixx on this record, it's definitely a more 80s sound. Was that the direction you wanted to take it?
Well, I didn't know what direction I wanted to take my solo stuff. I actually tried doing some solo stuff before Danny contacted me, and I was going through a bit of a rough patch at that point. So I kind of wrote down the more emotional, harder rock kind of feel. But then Danny contacted me, and being a massive fan of 80s, late 80s, early 90s music. I knew that it was the project for me, and I wanted to reinvent myself by doing the 80s feel, because it's what started my love of rock music. So it's always had a special place in my heart, and I was just like, yes, please.
And now Danny was responsible for a lot of the creativity, the writing of. Did you have a hand in any of that, or did you just kind of let him bring his expertise to it?
So everything he sent me, he always said if I wanted to change anything, if I thought any lyrics needed changing and stuff, that I could, or if I wanted to write some stuff and put it forward, that I could. But to be completely honest with you, everything Danny sent me was absolute pure gold.
It usually is.
I can't change this. You know my voice really well. You've written perfectly to suit me. So I just went with it, and he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah. And I know you guys, this project goes back to about 2019 or so. Did the pandemic kind of throw off the timing of recording and getting this together?
Yes, unfortunately. So when we decided we were going to start this project, it was around the time that the pandemic hit, which was really unfortunate because we didn't know it was going to come. It just came out of nowhere. But we managed to figure out a way where I was recording the vocals from home, and then Danny was doing the rest in Sweden, which actually set us back about 6 months, which was a bit annoying, but we got there. So thankfully.
And there hasn't been just a really strong female voice in this genre of rock in ages. I mean, you go back to the heyday with Vixen and Lita Ford and Lee Aaron and all of those people. What is it about that power and that style of music that really draws you in as a fan?
Well, that's what Danny was feeling. He felt like the rock singer, the female rock singer of today was missing. And I've grown up listening to these amazing women, and obviously they've inspired me growing up. I didn't live through the 80s, but I discovered that kind of music when I was 13 years old. So I had a lot of catching up to do, but boy, did I. I first discovered Pat Benatar, and then I went on to discover Robin Beck, and then it's just the rest is history. Lee Aaron, I'm quite new to. Danny actually told me about Lee Aaron, which I'm like, what? So I'm catching up at the moment because she is incredible.
Yeah, that Metal Queen record will always be a classic.
She is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times when somebody sets out to do a record, with a specific sound and a specific style, especially with something like this, it kind of leans more toward the 80s. It comes off sort of like a cheesy nostalgia or kind of a joke. And you guys don't fall into that trap at all. Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, that's the thing. When you were putting it together, it's like, okay, you have the keys, you have the big choruses, you have the guitars and the melodies. But were you really conscious about making sure it doesn't have that cheesy nostalgia feel, that it still feels like a 2021 record?
Yeah, so when we started doing this project, I had no idea how people were going to react to it, because obviously it is hitting on that 80s nostalgic feel, and you are completely right there. You are bordering on whether it's going to be cheesy or not, and it always plays on your head. So I didn't want that at all, and I don't think Danny wanted that at all. And Danny's got such a way with writing this style of music that I think he's done such a good job that it's kind of given it a fresh approach as well. And just brought it back to life today. And I'm hoping that people see it that way, and that we can start making a bit of noise with this style of music again. Come on.
I'm all for it. So, and you mentioned how fresh it sounds. And I think one really good, I don't even know if it was something that you guys even thought about when you were doing it, but I think one really good decision is that this is all new material. You didn't throw any covers on or anything like that that would date it to a particular time period. Was there a discussion when you guys were putting it together of, we need to keep this fresh and original and not go back and do covers and things like that?
No, we never talked about that, to be honest. I just feel like Danny and I had the same vision from day one. When he presented the project to me, I was like, this is right up my street. And I just feel like everything that we did, we kind of, I don't know, it just felt really natural. So that never came up. Yeah, it's just very natural.
And it shows. I mean, again, when you listen to the record, you can see that the two of you were really on the same page with it. And there's a great flow to it. The style of songs flow together well. And it's just, good production, very put together correctly, I guess is the best way to put it. But and have you thought at all about kind of getting a band together and playing this live?
Oh. Hello, you broke up a bit then.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, you just froze.
Have you thought at all about being able to put a band together and playing this live?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I recently held auditions for my band members, and the reason I held auditions is because I wanted to find like keen musicians who were really excited about this kind of music, and the auditions did just that. So yes, I have a band in place, and we have 2 gigs booked in so far. Hoping that they're going to happen. So we're playing in Belgium in November and Sweden in December. But obviously with the pandemic, we're keeping our fingers crossed that they're going to happen. But yeah, I really want to get out on the road. I would be doing that right now if I could. It's what I love doing. I'm just really gutted I'm not on the road right now.
And I mean, have you been able to kind of put a plan together? Is this something that is, going to start in Europe and then hopefully make it over here to the States? Or is the plan just to kind of do some of the festivals there? Or is it all still kind of a work in progress?
Yeah, kind of a work in progress. I'm just like taking every day as it comes, because every day is changing here. I don't know what it's like over there, but
pretty much the same.
We don't know what's going on from one minute to the next. But yeah, whatever opportunities come my way, as long as I'm able to do it, I would love to. I'd love to gig out there. I would love to tour all over the world. That's the plan.
We'd love to have you. The record, since it came out earlier in March, the reviews have been amazing, critically and fans. It really has struck a chord, it seems, with everyone that's heard it. With as much work and as much effort as you and Danny put into it, what's the feeling for you when you read all of these reviews and see how this thing has just taken off and really broken through?
It's pretty mind-blowing. I think that's the best words to describe it, because I didn't know how it was going to be, like how people would react to this. I really didn't. I did not believe that it would reach you guys. I didn't believe it was going to reach Japan. So everything that's coming in, I'm just, every day it's crazy. There's something new every day, and it's absolutely overwhelming. It's been a journey so far, but a very good one.
And have you thought at all, I mean, I know this record just came out, but have you thought of the next steps yet? Or, you and Danny gonna work together again, or is it too early to even think about what comes after it?
I think there'll be another Chez and Danny thing going on here. Yeah, we've worked really well together, and I don't know, when you click with someone, it's just worked out really well. So I believe there'll be another Chez Kane album. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
And do you think that going forward you'll get a little more involved in the writing of this material now that you kind of have a feel of the sound you want and where you want it to go?
Oh, definitely. I like writing, so I write with Kane. I haven't had a chance to write recently. I've been doing loads of interviews, but I'm hoping to start writing again, and then hopefully for the next time I can put some stuff to Danny. But if his stuff is perfect again, then I don't want to touch it.
When you got a great song, you don't need to mess with it.
Oh, he's such a good songwriter. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I do want to try and get some stuff in there as well. It'd be awesome.
Great. And we've been spending some time here today talking with Chez Kane. Her debut solo record is out. Again, it's a fun record. It's a strong record. It's perfect for this time of year as the weather's getting warmer. And if you're a fan of pretty much any kind of 80s rock with great guitars, great melody, and an amazing voice, that's where you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure meeting you. Hope we get to do this again sometime for another record or a tour or whatever comes up.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much for having me. It's been
Thank you. Good luck with the record.
Thank you.